At the bottom right of the map, he looks like he's about to murder someone today. The Zerg player who already achieved 2 wins for the Slayers team. He's starting in red. He is.
Slayers, Yu-Gi-Oh!
1 man on a mission.
Yeah, so far so good. 2-0 right now. That serious face is really mimicking his attitude right now.
He's up against a strong opponent. He's up against the commander. Starting to the top left of Entombed Valley in game number 3 at the GSTL. Slayers up against MVP is the commander. He is...
MVP, Kid!
Keen fans here as well, ready for him. One particularly
that
vocal
fangirl. Wow, very vocal.
Yeah. Well, Keen is opening up here as straightforward as you can get, making his barracks at the wall.
You know, we get this shot of the Overlord just moving slowly across the map, and I can really just see, I can picture not Yu-Gi-Oh sitting in his booth with like a whip and whipping the Overlord like, go faster, go faster. Yeah. How can you be so lazy?
I can see that right now with how Yu-Gi-Oh's looking in that booth. I would not be surprised.
Those looks, wow.
Late gas.
Yeah, look at that. He's going for gas after barracks. Yeah, bit of a different timing that you would expect.
And he will wall out the drones so that there's no scout.
Double factory Hellion build incoming.
What an interesting build that we are seeing right now, and that is absolutely possible with this strategy. We could also see a fast drop.
I mean, it's Keen. The thing with Keen is, one of the things that he always does is build a lot of Hellions. This is how he defeated ST. He loves double factory reactor Hellion builds. He goes for double factory blue flame Hellion compositions. All these things just... Oh, wow.
What luck. The drone comes in, he's going to see the gas.
That's no luck, that's the force. I told you, it's strong in Yu-Gi-Oh today.
The drone told the supply depot to go down.
Yu-Gi-Oh was like, lift it, lift the barracks, lift it now.
That's basically what we just saw. Now he does not see the reactor going down, so this is the moment where Keen can actually alter his strategy if he wants to. He's going to make the command center now. And it looks like he's just going to follow things up with a factory a little bit later, after the reactor is done.
These are not the drones you're looking for. No, but seriously, this was a huge blunder by Keen there. I mean, he just hotkeyed his barracks. He didn't see on the minimap that there was a drone heading to his way, but yeah, that is of course not what you want to happen. If this drone approaches and you lift your barracks, it's not even a supply depot question, but you lift actually the structure because you want to add your tech lab. This is of course horrible. Even with a bit of a delay, the Marina would have been able to take the harvest out, but as it is, we have now Yu-Gi-Oh with all the scouting information that he needs. So a bit of an adjustment with the Keen's build, but the Slayers player with the Queens getting double gas now is in a position where he has all the info that is important to him.
You know, Keen is lucky that he had the Marine out before he did that lift. He didn't do a gas first buildings. Otherwise, the drone would have just prevented the barracks from landing. That would have been really annoying. That's happened to me a few times. But right now, his spine goes down. He knows he's going to be facing Hellions. He wants to be ready. He was ready last time. Going to get 2 more Marines out. Going to go up to 7 before he does the switch. The starport is started as well. And we'll likely see the barracks make a tech lab. And then he will start advanced production without Cloak, as he has not taken a second gas. And in fact, he's not making that tech lab just yet.
Yeah. We have one spine crawler just as a precaution for Yu-Gi-Oh. He wants to play it safe. You're not taking too much of a gamble. He's going for the speed. And he is, of course, well, as soon as he has later on his tech to air, he will use the Overlords that are in the vicinity of the main base for the scout with the Overseer. As of now, we have Keen going for Viking, which I like quite a lot, not going straight for the Medivac, but wants to clear these Overlords that I just talked about a second ago.
Yeah, and this is really interesting because it can be really misleading when you see that Viking. You don't know what's coming next. The tech lab has now started, but the Baneling Nest is coming down because he wants to be safe. It does not look like he's going to use this to be aggressive. He's at 33 drones right now, making 3 more, but he does start 6 lings. Again, I think this is more of a defensive precaution considering he's making another spine crawler at home as well.
Yeah, he builds the second spine crawler. He really thinks that there is some kind of attack coming his way.
Wow, and they both missed each other there. The Hellions are hidden. Will he see those with the Overlord, though? It's going to be really close.
I think the Overlord will just be able to spot it. The Viking already taking out the first few Overlords now.
And the Lings actually get in here. He's going to have to send the Hellions home.
Yeah, just loses a little bit of mining
He
time.
loses that pressure timing he had with the Hellions as well. He wanted it to get in there and maybe do some damage before the spine was ready. Another Ling Run by is going off here, and the wall is not quite ready. He gets inside, but I don't think that's enough lanes to really do any real damage.
No, he might. Oh, there are more of them. They have friends. They have a few brothers.
Yes, and they get in here to the main base now.
Uh-oh.
He's trying to repair. The depot can't be raised.
He's losing SCVs.
Yeah, he's losing a few SCVs here as well. So
What?
few SCVs.
What on earth is going on, Wolf? What is going on here?
The Marines were at the third base that didn't exist, and now his bunker is not going to finish necessarily here. He finishes the wall, but there are still Lings. There are still Lings of the natural. He's locked out of the main, but he's going to kill this depot. The Lings can escape now if they want to.
What happened to Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know.
What on earth did they feed him?
I don't know what's going on right now, but I can tell you one thing. Slayer's team is going to be really happy with his performance so far.
Yu-Gi-Oh is about to single-handedly,
gets
he's going to murder his opponent's team. He's going to murder MVP here. They killed 15 harvesters already.
This time he raises the depots in the main, so he doesn't get into the main base. One thing to consider with all of this, though, is that there's still no third base for Yu-Gi-Oh. He did a lot of damage, but it's 2 base against 2 base. The Harvester difference is pretty significant at 49 to 28, but with Mules, he will be able to stabilize a little bit here. That's why Yu-Gi-Oh is now taking his third base. It's a little bit later than he would have liked, but his upgrades, again, are ahead of Keen. Keen's attack here should easily be shut down with Banelings. He's only got 2 spines up front, but that should be enough at the top of that ramp. I don't think this is going to be able to do a lot of damage. The key, though, is he will be able to force a cancel on the third if that's where he heads with this.
Here comes the Terra now on creep. The Banelings, they are ready. The Queens are waiting.
He wants to force the cancel. This is going to be really close, actually. Depends on how well he micros his units. Really nice swing on the Marines.
Great split here by Keen. Uh-oh. Yu-Gi-Oh has to be careful. The rest of the Zerglings running in. The Queens take down the Medivac.
The Queens take out the Medivac. These 2 last Queens with the Zergling will clean this up and save the hatchery. And at the end of the day, Keen still wasn't able to force the cancel here. That's really significant because he traded a lot of units. He's already down on Harvesters, so he loses an army, doesn't get a hatchery. And in fact, the Queens are just going to leave these units here so the Zerglings can come and clean them up. It's a done deal. Really nice defense.
Wolf, I can tell you one thing. Flash is unimpressed, Nesty is tired, and Yu-Gi-Oh is angry.
He's angry, man. I don't know what he's going to do next. I'm actually really scared. I might have to evacuate after this game. We have to get a fill-in caster. I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm really scared.
We have to evacuate the studio. I'm sorry. Well, as it is right now, the situation that we are currently facing is that, well, Keen's economy has been, I don't want to say crippled, but he definitely has taken a few huge blows. 15 SCVs killed in the early game. That is quite the blow. Now he's looking at 44 harvesters again against 60. He has, of course, the double mule, but he's facing 3 bases already. Whereas we have now Yu-Gi-Oh! On Lair. He's going for +2/+2, whereas Keen just starts the +1 attack upgrade for his Marines. And the upgrades in general for Yu-Gi-Oh! Are just better.
Yeah.
He controls the map with creep.
And right now he's got, let me read out the unit counts. And this point, you know, he just finished a lot of barracks, but he has 13 Marines and 1 Viking, that's it. He's down in Harvesters. His opponent has 7 Banelings, 11 Links. He's got 4 Queens on the map. Normally you don't have more than this out on the map to be pressuring with, but he can't. He doesn't have the units. That barracks production that he's starting right now, all the extra barracks he just added, all the reactors he's adding, those are supposed to be there so much earlier, but because he lost those SCVs, he couldn't afford them. So everything is just so behind, including the upgrades that you mentioned. 2-2 is going to be done for Yu-Gi-Oh! Way before it's done for Keen.
The Spire is now on his way. We have Hive Tech, we have Boro, a massive amount of drones. He really wants to go high eco now. And look at this creep spread. He's just fanning out wave after wave, originating from his natural expansion. And yeah, this is going to pressure his opponent a lot. And even with those Medivacs that he's now sending out to send a few units into the mineral lines, we have just so many Overlords that are still on the map, even with the Viking that Keen built earlier, that he can scout it and he will be able to react accordingly. It's actually not a Medivac, my bad, sorry. It's still a Viking on the prowl, and he's going to find another victim.
Yeah. That Viking victim, I like that Viking victim, does go down to the south. The armory finishes up a little bit late, in fact, to delay the 2-2 upgrade. This army that's moving across the map is going to get caught! A sick bungle! You know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Says? I shot first. Alright, it wasn't Han or Greedo. Okay, it was Yu-Gi-Oh! He got that bungle down right away. That was immediate. This guy is on top of it today. It's actually really scary. 3-3 has started immediately. No delay, no hesitation.
Boxer just turned around to Jessica and asked, why exactly did we let him start every single time when we played in the team league?
Yeah, it's certainly what I think that's what they're talking about right now. With 13 Marines at a time being produced, he has finally hit that stride Keen has, but what is it?
Look at the production tab. +3/+3 against 1 attack upgrade. That's what's on the tab now.
Yeah, that is what will happen.
The supply is fairly even. The Slayers player pulling ahead a little bit, but just the tech is amazing.
He's going to have 3-3. He'll probably start Adrenal Glands very soon. His Hive has been done for such a long time as this Greater Spire is now finishing. So basically, he has all the cards.
Yeah, he definitely has all the cards. Of course he does. He's Yu-Gi-Oh!
He's Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I don't know if it's the heart of the cards shining through here or what, man, but he must have a Millennium Eye to see through every player he's faced so far.
He's definitely believing in the heart of the cards today. The force is strong with this one.
And right now, it looks like he has infinity life points. This creep spread, it denies Keen moving on the map. Keen can't pressure, he knows he's behind. He gets a cancel on that tumor. Oh, those Phalanx hit it. That was really close. Those Marines all basically on like 2 hit points left.
MVP Keen, he wants to move in. This game is not over for him. He wants to pull it off, but another good fungal hits. The Zerglings retreat, and the Broodlords, they are nearly done. And guys, there is not a single Viking
There's
on the map.
no fourth base. He can't afford that Viking production. Now he's doing something that is really special, and I really like this. He's making a Ghost Academy. That's something that very few Terrans are doing. Gumiho has shown it, but it's one way where he says, you know, I might not get those EMPs off, but I definitely got to try, because if I go up against that many infested with Broodlord support, I don't have the economy right now to make the Vikings I need. I just need to hit these EMPs and hope that after I do that, I can get under those Broodlords and kill them on the open map.
And here come the Broodlords moving in. A few Marines trying to close the distance, but the fungal is there within seconds. And here comes the rest of the army of the Terranil player, but he just can't approach. He cannot. Yu-Gi-Oh! With a 40 supply lead. I can tell you what, Keen is scared here. Even the chewing gum that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is chewing right now is scared of him.
Yeah. Right now, the Siege Tank Fire eating away at several of those Marines. The Broodlings tear through the Siege Tanks. He doesn't even get a Ghost out. He can't. He doesn't have the money. He doesn't have anything.
+3 is done. And now he has 3/3 Broodlings and Zerglings against 1/1 upgraded Marines. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going in for the kill.
He goes in for the kill. He gets great fungals here. And, you know, he's going to have to step back for a second and wait for some reinforcements, wait for some more fungal energy. But this guy is on fire. Another Zerg player would not have been able to walk across the map and end it, but he does it.
God. He plays the GG card.
He plays it indeed, and now Keen is going to have to be forced to surrender.
This is crazy.
This is insane. He just walked across the map and he said, this game is over, I've taken you out.
He walked over Noblesse, he humiliated Vampire, and now he's up against Keen with 100 supply, taking game number 3 at the GSTL. Slayers Yu-Gi-Oh! Is on fire. This guy is gonna kill someone today.
He is, man. But he's certainly killed already 3 players now. Keen down to 55 supply. The reactors at the barracks going down. Those infestors looking a little bit lonely, but I guess maybe they'll show up next game. He's making 8 more infestors right now, put him up to 17. And Keen right now is trying to decide if he wants to type GG in capital letters in Hangul or if he wants to type it in lowercase. He doesn't know if he wants to type 1 lowercase g.
GG. Yu-Gi-Oh! Takes the next game. I can see him walk over to the MVP bench being like, is that all you've got? Is that really all you've got?
Right now, man, I feel like it would be weird if Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't all kill at this point. He's up 3 games. He looks like nobody I've ever seen before in the team league.
He doesn't smile, no nothing. He has this insane, intense stare on his face. That's all there is.
He's not messing
around.
Look
at him! He's doing it!
Yes. He's going to go and say something.
Oh my god. And he goes straight to the booth. We have a break coming up and he goes straight to the booth. Yeah, this guy is so pumped.
I'm scared for MVP. They need to pull something really strong out here. They cannot allow this guy to keep going. He's not a snowball anymore. He's like a planet rolling down a hill. He's so big. That game that we just saw, he got an early lead, but Keen's depot wall looked like his doormat, and he was wiping his feet all over it.
I know that the line is getting old, but it's seriously every single time he engages, every single time he sends a drone scout out, he tries to get Zerglings and it just happens.
Yeah.
There should be a wall, there should be a depot, there should be something, but every single time there's this small gap and he uses it.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. It's just like...
I don't know either, man, but he's determined. He's not messing around. That was actually my favorite part of that last game is when he was ahead. He didn't do what most Zerg players do, which is take a few more bases and slowly move across the map. He just ended it. Now, who's next? MVP. Can you stop this guy?
They look shaken. They look shaken, and they say it's time for a Zerg versus Zerg.
And this will mean that Yu-Gi-Oh! Will have played against every race possibly.
Yeah.
Will have played every matchup. This is the final test, I suppose.
Sniper has to be a sniper right now. I mean, this is literally his job.
No, he's got to eliminate him. He cannot allow the Yu-Gi-Oh! Menace to continue.
The MVP coach is just looking at him. He's like, listen, he is killing us. He's murdering us one by one. 3 of us are already out. You have to snipe him.
Gotta
you have
snipe,
to
you
snipe
gotta
him
take
now.
this guy out. We can't let him get any more points. We're already down 3 in a match I think most people expected MVP to take really well. It's so far, it's not about Slayers. It's their last day, but it's more about Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Woke up this morning and stood up and was like, okay, it's time to be a badass. And that's exactly what he is today. Wow. Guys, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Saga might continue after a 5-minute break. We're going to find out. Sniper has been sent out to take him down. Will the MVP Zerg succeed? We're going to find out very soon after a 5-minute break here at the GSTL with Carl and Wolf.